Danielle McCartan here with the legendary John Franco of the New York Mets. This is the first annual, inaugural Paisan-Con. Your impressions so far?
Very impressive. Good turnout. Even got some lard bread somebody brought over, so
Nice.
pretty good. But it's a great turnout to see all the celebrities here, sports figures, actors, actresses. It's just great. I think it's for the first year they've done well.
First year, what has impressed you so much being here?
Not just the crowds, the crowds showed up and the way it's organized. It's very organized, and I'm enjoying myself, that's for sure.
As we look around, Sopranos, actors, this and that, who are you most excited to see?
Well, some of the Soprano actors that I've known for years and catch up with them, so it's great to catch up with Lorraine Bracco earlier, and Nick Totoro was here earlier. So it's good to catch up with them and see them.
Well, he's known for his Yankees fandom.
Yeah. I told him to calm down a little bit with the Yankees. And we're doing good now. Maybe as soon as I get into the slump, I'll. But he's a big fan. Fan.
Oh yeah, it's in the back of his hair. My brother used to have that when we were little. Being here, being honored, having a booth here. If you could write, I guess it would be a letter or a message back to your ancestors in the old country, like, hey, I'm being honored here. And just talk about the prevalence of Italian Americans in entertainment and in sports. What would you tell them?
Well, I'm saying, look where we're at now. Look at this. This is a great turnout from a little Italian guy has made it big. A little hard work, because Italians are known for hard work, and just to be proud of our heritage. There's a lot of proud Italians in this room who have come and from nothing and made themselves something.
That's true. The 0-5 start for the Mets. Since then, as of Saturday today, 6-2. What is the true identity of this Mets team?
Well, it's still early in the season. Early in the season they didn't hit, but their pitching has been very surprising. I'm very surprised their pitching, I think, is leading the league in ERA right now. And as long as you get good pitching, it's going to keep you in a lot of ball games. And those guys are going to start hitting, which they are. They started hitting in Cincinnati and then in Atlanta. And then obviously last night.
Yeah.
So if they keep the games close and give them an opportunity to win some ball games, I think they're going to be fine.
What do you think David Stearns could have maybe did a little bit more of this winter?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I think they have a plan, and I think he drew up a plan, and they're sticking with his plan. He addressed the bullpen. He brought in some bullpen guys in. They needed probably another guy behind Pete. They did that with J.D. Martinez whenever he gets here.
Yeah.
So I think his plan is working. I also think that he wants to see some of the younger talent, see how they turn out, and then probably next year they'll indulge into the free agent market. But so far so good.
Beatty has totally proven me wrong. Beatty is off to a hot start.
Yeah, Beatty, Alvarez behind the plate.
Yeah.
So those two kids are doing well. And Lindor's going to hit, so we're not worried about that. And McNeil will hit. And Pete's going to hit his 40 home runs. So, like I said earlier, as long as the pitching stays healthy and they can keep them close and give them an opportunity to win, I think they'll be fine, because they get that game to the 8th inning. They got the best closer in baseball.
Well, that's what I was going to say next. Edwin Diaz, him being back, take us inside the clubhouse. He walks into that clubhouse. What is the immediate impact on that team?
Well, I'm sure there's a big smile on the manager's face, that's for sure. I think what Edwin Diaz is that you have a guy that can close it out, close the game out. You can come in the 8th inning, a couple of games, go 2 innings, but when you have a guy at that caliber, and that guy who has been successful and has done well here in New York, it means a lot. And I think the guys in the locker room know that the game could be shortened, the game could be 7 innings, and if you need Edwin to come in the 8th and 9th, he can do it. But, having a guy like that, I think it makes every team great.
Will Pete Alonso be a Met after this season?
I sure hope so. We'll see what happens, but I sure hope so.
And I wanted to ask you about Doc Gooden, the number being retired tomorrow. Are you going?
No, unfortunately, I can't make it tomorrow. I'm going to be in Philly. My daughter has she's a dancer. She's dancing for the University of Pennsylvania.
Oh, cool.
So I'm going to go watch her dance.
UPenn, Ivy League.
Yeah.
Nice.
Take after their mother. I had one at Brown and one at UPenn. So,
wow.
Yeah.
Definitely take after your mother. I'm just kidding. Why do you think it took so long for it to happen?
What, Doc?
The Doc Gooden thing.
I'm not sure. I think new ownership. The Wilpons did a great job, but I think new ownership. Mr. Cohen and Alex, his wife, are big fans. Doc was such an important part of the '86 team, and so is Darryl, whose number's going to be retired. I think that they're fans and they want to recognize that the retired players and their history. If you go across town, there's a lot of numbers retired from the Yankees, from some of their great players and great players that they had. So I think that's what the Mets are trying to do, bring back that history.
The next time you go to Citi Field, you look up into the rafters, you'll see Doc Gooden's number. What are you going to think about when you look at that?
Well, I think playing against him those years when I was in Cincinnati, a great pitcher, great competitor. I know Doc, he's a great guy. I'm happy for him, I'm happy for Darryl. And just seeing his number up there, it's deserving so.
When are we going to see your 45 up there?
From your mouth to God's ears. Hopefully one day, we'll see.
Steve Cohen, make it happen. Appreciate it. Thank you very much.